Hey everyone, we are suddenly live on the internet. It is David here for iCave. Dave, how are you doing, guys? I'm just going to quickly share this stream because I don't think anyone knows that we're going to hear. We weren't planning to do this, but Apple has just dropped the info bomb that WWDC is coming. So we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. We'll let a few people arrive, but let's go. We are live now on YouTube. Let's just tweet this out. So this is not the announcement I was expecting today. In all honesty, this is, today I was hoping that we were going to be hearing about another Apple event where they were going to be dropping some new hardware bombs on us. But that doesn't look like the case. Today it looks like we are talking about WWDC. I can't imagine they're going to bring another kind of event announcement on the same day that they announced WWDC, but who knows? This is Apple we're talking about now, and they just seem to just throw stuff out whenever they feel like it now. It's nothing to do with what anyone else is doing. But let's just get everything arranged on the screen here. As I say, this was not a planned stream, but let's talk about it, because WWDC is always awesome. It's one of those events, one of the big kind of landmark events that we have every year. And I was too busy watching a Starship fall out of the sky and then blow up in midair to notice when it actually went live. Hello, guys. Welcome. I'm just having a quick look at the live chat now. We've got Tech Hyped here. We've got Val Kitchen here. We've got Gabriel Bradley. We've got Valax. We've got Ahmed Mouseway, we've got Carlos Canuto. I'm sorry for all of your names. We have Jerna Murkagy. We have Take Hyped again. We've already read you. You don't get to be read twice. We have Emil Jones. We have Esatorius Maximos. Let me know if I'm horrendous at that name. And Uber Manonov. I think that's it. Hi Plus. Oh, do you have to subscribe for a hi from you? Is that how it works? Okay, right. We have got the announcement from Apple here for WWDC 2021, which is very exciting. I thought it was going to be a week earlier. I'll be honest with you. I thought we were going to be looking at a week earlier, but here it is. It is going to be June 7th through 11th. So June 7th is the day that everyone's going to be excited about. That is when we get the keynote. That is when we get to see what is coming with iOS 15, with macOS 12, and we now know it's going to be called macOS 12 as well, and not macOS 11 point something. Which for years and years they've done macOS 10 point something for the releases. They finally went to macOS 11 last year with Big Sur, and this year we are going to macOS 12. We know this because for some reason it was kind of dropped in one of the software updates just recently. Very strange, but there it is. We know what's happening now. So I'm going to kind of read a little bit of what's going on here. So Cupertino, California, this is just the press release from Apple. So you guys could read this for yourselves, but I know you don't like reading. That's why I'm here. Apple today announced that it will host its annual Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, 7th of June through the 11th in an all-online format, so the same as last year. Free for all developers, WWDC 2021 will offer a unique insight into the future of iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS. Building on the record-breaking participation and learnings from last year's online conference, WWDC 21 is an opportunity for all developers to learn about the new technologies, tools, and frameworks they rely upon to build innovative and platform-differentiating apps and games. So they're talking about how iOS is different from all the other stuff at the moment, probably because of all these lawsuits that are going on about how they have a monopoly. So, Saran Byte, hey, how you doing? Right, anyone else new? Mile High, 5280, hey. Who else have we got? Anyone else new? We got Saran Bytes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everyone. 24 people in the live viewing. I don't mind. That's cool. But yeah, we know now when we're going to be getting it. And I was actually planning this week to do some stuff around iOS 15, what we should be expecting from that. What do we think? Now, you can smash these names down in the chat. What do you think we are going to get as our name for macOS 12? Obviously, we've got Big Sur now. Previous to that, we had Catalina. We had a few other names. So what do we think? Give us probably a California place name down in the chat, and I will read out some of the ideas that you guys have got. That would be pretty cool. So there is the Swift Student Challenge. So anyone that's a student is able to kind of submit an interactive scene in Swift Playground that can be experienced within 3 minutes. Okay, so cool. This year, the kind of programming thing is basically to create a Swift Playground, which is a fun kind of puzzle to do. That's pretty cool. There is a Swift Challenge website. Maybe we'll try making one of those, even though we can't enter. Be cool if we could, but we cannot. macOS Silicon Valley. I like that. macOS Tiger. I think that one's been taken. macOS Disney. Oh yeah, macOS Anaheim. Maybe that'd be cool. We got some more ideas here in the chat. So this is pretty fun. We will. I will actually probably do an episode where we're looking around the map and see if we can find somewhere pretty in California. Small Sur. That's not a bad one. Mac Go no, Intel no. Okay. Small Sur would be hilarious. Love my says, you live in Anaheim, Val? Why are you not at Disneyland, like, right now? Like, that's where I'd live. I'd just be in Disneyland. macOS Mighty Ducks. That's what we need. macOS Longhorn. Hopefully we won't go for the names that Microsoft has already ruined for everyone. Just popped in, what happened to April? Okay, Simzixi? I don't know how I'm supposed to say your name. I will leave it to Siri, but she's not available right now. So April event, we still think there will be an April event. We're not saying that there won't be, but this is WWDC, so this is the one that happens every year. We were expecting actually that the invites for this would have probably come out a week or so ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. It normally comes out early in March, I think, maybe end of February, but to be completely honest, normally people have to book hotels and flights and stuff like that to go to it. So that's not what we need this time, because it's an all-online event, as it was last year. But it was also the first of the online events, and I want to just point out, did everyone see the thumbnail for this video? Because I cannot look at this image and think to myself, that does not look like Apple Glass. Okay, so we've got all of these guys are wearing glasses in the images, and they've got app icons reflected in the glasses, right? Like, it's not just me, is it? Let me see if I can actually throw this up on the screen, because I'm a proper amateur live streaming. But let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can actually work out how to do this. I'm going to look around a bit, and I'm going to look ridiculous. But, let me see. You. Can you go in? No. Okay. 1 second, guys. OBS is not kind to me always. But yeah, I thought we could see... Oh, Saranbite is saying he thinks we could see the April invites go out later today. Now, that would be like blowing up the internet, but I think Apple would be wasting an opportunity if they did. If the invites go out today, I think we're probably safe to assume that the event would be on the 6th, which is, I know what you'd mentioned on your video, Saran. And for some reason, no, OBS does not want to let me add an image, which is sad. But yeah, you know what I'll do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go old school on this. Let me just open it up on my iPad, and I'll show you on the camera. That's going to be much easier, because I'm terrible at streams. Right, apple.com/newsroom. Okay, right, here we go. Tell me, you guys, that does not look like a teaser for Apple Glass. Obviously, the guys in these images is definitely trying to to do the Craig Federighi glance under the Mac. Now, the fact that we're looking at Macs like that as well does make me think to myself, perhaps we have got more hardware coming at WWDC. I think that would be pretty awesome as well. I've just realised I didn't click a box that I should have done on this video. So let me just hit that right now. Boom. And that's all set. But yeah, I think the photo looks cool. There's actually 3 or 4 that I've seen so far on Twitter. I don't know where they've come from, because it looks like there's just just the one image on here. So I don't know where that has been actually sent to. Aha, now we see why OBS was having problems. Yes, you can have a look there. Right, yeah, so it looks very much like we've got multiple images of different people, all who seem to be wearing glasses, and all who, let me just check, sorry, my camera is right in front of my screen because my setup is awesome right now. Yeah, that one would do. Let's pop that in there. There we go. So, as you can see, all of the images that we've had so far are of people wearing glasses, and they have got stuff reflected in them, and it's all app stuff. Please, guys, is Tim just trolling us? Is he trolling us to say that this is what's coming? Is Tim going to be wearing Apple Glass when he steps onto that stage? Is that what's going to happen? Has he been wearing Apple Glass at every event? We don't know. But I'm sorry, they are definitely trolling us if that's not what's actually happening. That's not fair. So, yeah, this anyone that's just joined the stream, WWDC has been announced for the 9th, I believe. I'm super good at this streaming malarkey. The 7th of June is going to be the keynote day through to the 11th. All online format once again for WWDC. So, what do you guys think? Now, there was definitely John Prosser, right? John Prosser went on the Cultcast, which is the Cult of Macs podcast. If you don't know it, it's a really cool podcast. Airfon that presents it is hilarious, and they were really pushing him to get like an exclusive. And he said, Steve Jobs Heritage Edition Apple Glass. Right? That was one of the things that he said. They're going to do like an Apple Glass that is designed to look like Steve Jobs' kind of iconic glasses that he wore. Okay, so Steve Jobs Heritage Edition Apple Glass. Let me just grab up one of the other images that was on the website. In fact, this one I think I grabbed from Twitter. I am super good at this. I'm just going to move the camera out of the way a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. That's much better. So, sorry about the mess behind me, guys, but that bit's normally out of shot. Let's have a quick look down here. That's the one. Tell me that those glasses do not look like Steve Jobs' glasses. You know, the round, like, thin-rimmed ones? That looks a lot like it to me. So, WWDC is coming. We know it's coming. We know it's going to be a big deal. It's always a big deal. And what Macs do we think we're going to be getting? If we do get an event invite today, that will be for the 6th of April. That's what we expect, because that would be a week from today, which makes all the sense in the world. You can get the t-shirt. It's on the website. But if they are going to release some Macs at WWDC, which I think is reasonable, at least that they give us a... Yes, Sarambite, Gurman did disagree with the leak, but he hadn't seen the invites for WWDC at that point. John hasn't said it was a joke. He said that it was an idea that was being bounced around. He didn't say it was something that was definitely coming. So, like, don't take this as me saying that we are getting those. I'm just looking at these pictures and going, that looks an awful lot like it. There's no way we're getting Apple Glass this year. I agree, but I think that we might see like a developer edition of Apple Glass or something like that gets announced in order for people to start developing for it. That's the kind of thing that we might be seeing. We might be seeing the future of AR for Apple. That would make more sense to me. macOS Mount Shasta. That's a pretty good one. I like that. Okay, we were also talking earlier about, because WWDC is when all of the software stuff gets announced for the coming year. So what are your ideas, guys, for what this version of macOS could be called? macOS 12 what? It's normally a place in California. That doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. And obviously before that we had Big Cats. Maybe we've got to the end of California locations. Maybe we could actually be getting to macOS Coyote or something. I don't know. macOS Planets. Maybe we can have macOS Mercury, Venus, Mars. Who knows? It could be anything. Tech Hyped is far too busy to do anything useful, so he's got to go and record a very short video. macOS New York, I kind of like that. macOS Cupertino, I could go for all of these things. I'd be happy with all of them. But yes, Apple has also just ordered 4nm chips. EJMS is just bringing that one up in the chat as well. It says for the next generation of Macs. Actually, the article said next generation Apple Silicon, which can include everything from iPhones, iPads, the works. And in general, the cores are designed for the iPhone. They're designed for the A series chips, so like the A15 this year. Those cores are what will then build the next version of the M series. So the M2 chips will be based on A15 cores, and then it will kind of move on from that. So we will see what goes on with that. Prosser just leaked that TSMC will jack up prices because of a water shortage. Okay, but I would guess that Apple has got their pricing locked in. That was Rabid Cyber. Thank you for that. I haven't seen that bit yet because I am so busy trying to talk to you guys about this. And also, I missed the announcement. Like, my Twitter's going crazy in the corner. I'm like, oh man, there must be a lot of people watching this Starship launch that I was watching. I say watching, it was basically just fog and some views from inside the Starship, like engine bells, and then they had to self-destruct it, or it just burst. We don't know yet. Before it hit the ground, it was in pieces and it just rained Starship debris down on Boca Chica. So that's why I was like, probably about 6 minutes later than I would have been jumping on this stream. But my word, it was quite a bang. Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, who's the guy that I kind of watch his streams, is quite concerned for all the camera equipment that he has around Boca Chica at this point, because he's got about 20 grand's worth of cameras like around the launch pad and the landing pad, and we don't know how much of that is still there. So that's going to be interesting. macOS Big Bear, okay, interesting. Are they going to be probably going to be continuing with the landmarks? Where else are they going to get amazing wallpapers? Well, this is the thing, like when we did Big Cats, we had space wallpapers, right? We had all the Galaxy stuff. That was kind of synonymous with macOS from like Leopard, I think, or Snow Leopard, going all the way through to, I want to say like Lion, maybe. And then once we got out of Mountain Lion and stuff, that's when we moved into the locations, and that's when we got onto that stuff. So, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was really cool. Oh, we have 69 concurrent viewers. That will make Sard happy from Apple Tomorrow. That's his favourite number. They could go with names of star systems. Yeah, that would be cool, actually. Like macOS Ursa Major, that kind of thing. That would be quite cool. I could see that happening. Although, I almost wonder if they might avoid space stuff just so that it doesn't seem like Galaxy, because I don't think they want to be associated too closely with Samsung's stuff. But there we go. That's kind of all that I have for you guys. If there's anything that anyone wants answering, hit me up down in the comments. We'll keep going for another 5 minutes or so just to wrap this stuff up. But yeah, you think Tim will skip Apple Glasses and go straight to the in-brain interface? I think that's one that Elon's working on, right? The Neuralink. So I don't know if that's going to be an Apple device at this point. I think there may be some privacy concerns with straight into your brain interfaces and not being able to turn it off. Gerrick Neighbour, when WWDC? It's coming on the 7th of June through to the 11th of June, all online, so that's what we're going to be having again. They like to name OS after places in California, Mr. Ed. Yes, they do at the moment. macOS San Diego, not a bad shout. But I think it's probably going to be like national park stuff again. That tends to be what they do, isn't it? Is Big Sur like the coast area? I don't really know California particularly well. But yeah, they've certainly done other stuff in the past. They started off with the big caps, then they moved on to other stuff. Apple is so privacy focused they will give you black paper to cover your eyes and a foil hat to shut it off. Nice. macOS San Andreas, I mean, that sounds a bit violent to me, to be honest. I don't know if they would be going for that one. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to quickly wrap up this little stream here. Big Sur is a coastal area. Cool. We've got more people coming in, but yeah, watch the replay, guys. We were just announcing that Apple has announced WWDC for June 7th through 11th, all online once again. We're going to be getting... in fact, no, we're not going to wrap up the stream. I've decided we're not. We're going to stay. We're going to keep going. So we're talking iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS. Now, that's a lot of software to get through now, but I also think we are going to get that glimpse of the Mac Pro. So we did the video a couple of days ago, in fact yesterday, that we were looking at what we'd got in terms of performance that we expect from the different Apple Silicon chips, including GPU performance. The 128 core version of the GPU that we were talking about yesterday, which has been leaked by Mark Gurman as well over at Bloomberg. The performance of that, if it scales the way that we expect it to, which we were giving it 76% increase in performance for every doubling of the cores. Once you get up to 128 cores, you are right between a 1080 and a 3080 and a 3090 from Nvidia, which is pretty astonishing performance-wise. And also, I think we worked out that if you got to 16 Firestorm cores, then you beat the 64-core Threadripper, and they're looking at going all the way up to 32 Firestorm cores, which would be basically double the performance of the fastest Threadripper on the planet right now. So that's pretty cool. The iCar concept, yeah, I guess there's always a possibility. Now it definitely isn't going to be called iCar. Don't expect any new products to have an I at the beginning of them, because Apple just doesn't do that anymore. In fact, I'm still wondering if the iMac's going to be renamed. Like, that's how much they don't want to have I's at the beginning of stuff anymore, because they've had all sorts of problems with copyright and trademarks and stuff with that. But in terms of new hardware, I don't think we're going to probably see the car, at least. We might hear something about the car, what they're doing with it. We might see a concept for it. The sports watch, that's not going to be here. That will probably be when we're getting out towards September again. So that will come out around the same time as the iPhones. iPhones will be out September. I think we might get the next Apple Silicon, the M2 series, will be coming probably October, November again, maybe October, along with more iPads and stuff like that. But I expect everything to get annual updates from now on for the processors in everything. That's all the Macs, that's iPads, that's iPad Pros, because Apple's just becoming more of a silicon company now. So they've got the capacity to actually design these processors. They're multi-purposing the processors across more platforms, so it just makes so much more sense. So it's yeah, that's where I think things are going. Rapid Cyber, I believe iCar has been copyrighted by a state-owned Indian company. That's all fine, but iPhone is also owned by Oracle, I think. So it doesn't seem to bother Apple too much when there's stuff like that in the way. But as I say, I don't think it'll be called an iCar anyway, because that name sucks. They're going to sell a lot of iMacs when they're released. We're all waiting on the Apple Silicon iMacs. Yeah, 100%. iOS by Cisco. It might be it's like Cisco or Sun or Oracle or someone like that. I can't remember who it is that actually owns it. macOS Andromeda. That sounds awesome. I would definitely be going for that. Like, the name doesn't matter, obviously, but it sounds like kind of a fun thing. But yeah, guys, I will kind of wrap it up now. So my son's out in the other room, and I just want to make sure that everything's okay with those guys. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on for this because, you know, WWDC is a big thing. We will be talking more about it in tomorrow's show when I've had time to look through stuff. But thank you all for joining me, and peace out.